Alright, hello everyone, welcome to a stream, and another hobby stream. We're going to be smashing out these demigriff knights tonight. Just let me fix this camera and get it down onto the paint. This is my fantastic setup. Done. Alright, and let's go. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. We'll just check in and make sure people know we're here tonight. Hope you're all doing well. If there is anyone in the chat at all, say hello. And what have you all been up to hobby-wise so far? Been a bit of a dead week for me, unfortunately. I've just had a lot to do. Alrighty. So, we'll be working on some demigriff knights. Let's get these guys finished tonight. I've been working on them for way too long. They need to get done. So, start by plonking down the rest of the base colours that need to be plonked down on these models. So, we're going to start with some of the Alrighty. We're looking for an orange to get the feathers done. Carry. It'll be here somewhere. Cool. So yeah, we're just going to get all the rest of the base colours. Let's get the washes done. We'll go do something else while we wait for the washes to dry, then come back, layer and highlight these demigriff knights. So using the orange to pick out the feathers, this will tie it in. I've got orange across the whole Free City Force that I'm building up, like the mains of all my Stormcast are done up like that, and so the colour will just be a spot colour that's being used alongside the green and blue of the Free City. So just applying a base coat of Chikara. And yeah, just got a couple of these dudes with this sort of head that's got pick these demigriffs up second hand, so unfortunately their riders are attached to the mounts already. I didn't want to snap them off in case it caused any damage. And it's not particularly hard to get into a tabletop standard with the riders attached already, so no biggie. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to Cities of Sigma. I mean, we got told when they were open that it wasn't worth answering questions because it was nice and soon, so maybe we'll see something. I'm getting a bit excited. I am, however, probably a while away on getting to my next event, unfortunately. Can't be helped though. Got a little boy due any minute now, really. Sometime over the next month. We're going to have our second child, me and the partner, due, so we will Tournaments are on a hold. I won't be able to make CanCon this year, which is a bit disappointing, but it does mean I can spend a good amount of time getting my army painted and ready for my next event, which will likely be SAGT, run by Human Darkness. He announced the date, it's all set up, so quite looking forward to that. Alright, so yeah, sorry, just letting people know we're live. Hope everyone is doing well. I've just knocked off work not too long ago, and so some late night painting. I've said it before, every stream I've been painting up these Demigryph Knights. They are just such a nice kit to paint up. There's so much like character to the models. They're just fantastic. I've actually really made me want to paint more cavalry. So I probably will chuck 5 or so Dark Riders onto the table, onto the painting table soon. Get them painted up for Cities of Sigmar. My phone telling me my YouTube channel is live. I would believe I know that my YouTube channel is live because, you know, it's my YouTube channel and I'm live. So I'll get a bit of Xandri dust and we'll pick out all the skulls that are all over the place. And then we'll go back and wood, and I think that's probably it for the rest of the colours, and then get washes down. And yeah, we should be getting pretty close to finishing these bad boys. Get a bit of coffee into me for the late night. Dust, and we'll start working on the skulls. Got a couple of these to work on. Across a bunch of different models, just getting all the last base coats done, put a wash down, we'll go work on something else while I wait for the washes to dry, and come back, layer and highlight, and we will have them done, and then we're just going to do the bases really. Yeah. Bit of interesting news out of GW is they posted up that thing about the man-eaters the other day, and so I put the question up, well, were man-eaters just going to be discontinued like the other mercenary companies in a couple of weeks? Little bit cynical, I know, but, you know, it's not without warrant. Make rules for something and then just fail to keep them around. It's going to create that. Because I really like the man-eater model, so I really hope they do stick around. But they said, oh yeah, they're definitely sticking around, so we'll see what comes of that. Being I think it's not a bit of bone there. Is that a bit of bone? Yeah, I think that's a bit of bone there. And yeah, so hopefully have these guys done tonight, which is quite exciting. I've been working on them for a bit. It'd be nice just to have them done, have some more models ready for the cities battle time. Still don't know what's going to be good. I'm just picking up the cool models, but like I've said before, I really want to get doing a lot more stuff for the cities. I'll be putting, I own pretty much everything that can be taken, so I'll be putting out a lot more battle reports. I actually did a test one. It seemed to be do pretty well by people's standards. They seem to like it, so putting out some more short form battle reports soon, which is exciting. Yeah. So. Sweet. Just going to do a few touch-ups of lead belcher. Alright, so we need some carrick stone for the light wood colour to start with. Where is carrick stone? This is the light wood colour I do. I do a carrick stone over accessory layer up with carrick stone again, and then a highlight of white sky. It gives you a really nice light wood colour, sort of like a birch. Just goes really nice with the green and blue that I use throughout the army. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh, hello Max in the chat. What news from the cities? Well, there's not an awful lot coming out. We have rumours, well, we got told obviously at Nova, well, we didn't. They didn't post it on the community article at all, but people inside the seminar got told that they weren't going to talk about cities much because they were soon, like so soon it wasn't worth chatting about. So that's something, I guess. Me, it's just getting ready and just painting up models that I hope are going to be good. Have no idea if they are going to be at all, but I hope many models that I like are good in that battle tone. And I've got quite an extensive collection of old world armies, so stuff like Empire, High Elves, Wood Elves, Dark Elves, Dwarves and stuff like that. So I'm hoping I can make a pretty good force. Like, I've got nearly everything that would be in the battle tome, and so you can expect to see a lot of battle reports up with different things from the free cities once the book is released, getting tested out, and probably a lot of, and by a lot I mean a lot, I can getting games on more than multiple games a week. Very excited. I'm going to continue with the short form battle forts for anything tactical or like competitive, and just do that because I don't think you need to see dice rolls and all that for more competitive ones. It's not really what it's about there. It's about the ideology and like the thought of the list and stuff like that. But for the narrative stuff I'm going to do, I'll definitely be doing long form battle reports for anything narrative that I do going forward. But yeah, we've cavalry wise been told, like Sam Piston said, he really wanted to make cavalry more of a shock troop, so I'm getting some cavalry. Yeah, I think you're pretty safe with like the models you picked there. Frigate Guard I think are going to be like the core and center of the army, which is cool, and like handgunners and stuff like that. Although they have disappeared off the website, or they're all out of stock. However, I think they're going to get transformed into 20-person boxes. It's not the first time we've had this sort of thing happen. We had it happen with bloody hell, Sylvaneth and Seraphon and all that, odd numbered boxes or smaller boxes than what they want to sell, because they're not going to try and sell. They don't want to sell you 10 free good guard at a time. They like, so you might actually find you get a bit of savings when you're buying free guild if they go to, like, say 70. Like, this is in AU prices. I don't know the rest of the prices around the world, but at the moment it's like 40 something for a box of free guild guard or state troops, as they used to be called. And so if they brought out boxes of 20 for like 70 odd, I think that would be a win. The Hurricane is just too cool. And I think at his points cost, and as long as he stays relatively the same, I think he'll be a good choice. It's hard not seeing him being a good choice, considering I think Free Cities are going to be very shooting orientated, or at least be able to be very shooting orientated, and very good at being shooting orientated as an army. When you just look at all the shooting options you've got, from Shadow Warriors to Sisters of the Watch, Dark Riders, Corsairs, the Chariot from the Scourge Privateers, the Scourge Runner Chariot, Dark Shards, Crossbowmen, Handgunners, Dispossessed, Iron Drakes, and even like thinking of Stormcast stuff like Judicators and the Hellblaster Volley Gun and Hellstrom Rocket Battery. But that being said, like, everything can change in the Free Cities book, and people need to make sure they're aware of that things can massively change. So I'm just trying to jump ahead and get some stuff painted, whether or not it's the best army that I've got. Now, I'm also working on armies and parades, so I'm picking nice pretty models, hence why I picked Demigryph Knights to paint up first. I will paint Dark Riders next, because I think the Dark Rider kit is utterly fantastic. Not so much the Warlocks on it, but I think the actual Dark Riders, such a beautiful kit. There's so much motion and feel to those models. They're fantastic. Oh, I missed that bit in your thing. 3 Luminarchs as well. Yeah, if they don't change, they're going to be a good option. That's one of the few things I don't own is a Luminarch. I own a Hurricanum, but I don't own a Luminarch yet. If anyone wants to buy me 3 Luminarchs, I'll test out the list on the channel. I'll probably end up getting like 1 or 2. I'm currently working on plans for a mega game. Yeah, smart plans for Free Cities. I think they're going to be quite cool. I think it's going to be one of the most interesting battle tomes, or one of the most unique battle tomes out there. I'm really interested to see what they were talking about when they talked about like generals and their advisors as a thing on the tabletop. That'll be, however that works, will be quite interesting. Oh, Hangout is still open. What part of the world are you in, and what site do you use to have a look? Last time I checked, I'm in Australia. So last time I checked, they just were out of stock. Where all the base free guild kits were for me. So. The Hurricane is level heavy on the point zone. It's nice that you can take it without the wizard as well, which is really cool. Though I think that like those points drops in taking the wizard for both versions, especially the Luminarch, that is dirt cheap for what it does in game. Like dirt cheap. I don't get it. Like wow, how cheap that thing is. Denmark. Okay, so Eurozone. I might go have, once I've got those base go down, I'll go have a check and see how mine are going. Might have just been that they repackaged them or something. I don't know, because they already were on round bases, I believe. Just got a message too. Shout out to my friend Scrivo at the Honest Wargamer. He's going live in about 3 hours with his art stream, where he draws some fantastic artwork. You can see my Twitter handle picture, or my Facebook picture was drawn by Mr. Scrivo, a nice little family portrait done up, which you can book in and get one done for yourself with a cool little Warhammer sketch. I thought they were rather cool. So got myself one done up with the family, and as mentioned before, I need to get it updated soon when a little baby boy decides to walk himself in the world. Yeah, Luminarchs are just so good for their points. Yeah, no, it's Free Cities. It's just going to be so amazing to use those models that. Well, I've been running everything. I've been running Scourge Privateers all over the place at the moment. I'm the dude that had I ran them at CanCon, which was the largest event in the world for Age of Sigmar, and that was rather cool. So yeah, like they'll make their way into nearly every list I run for cities. Scourge Privateers will, just because I have such a love for them, and I can't not take them. Everyone I play knows that I love my Scourge Privateers, so I'll be taking my Fleet Master Harkin and some Privateers in every list I can. I don't quite know what my end list will be for cities. Like, I want to take as many different units, and I think the army might work really well with like power pairings, because it's effectively going to be battle tome mixed order. But like I said, I've got a lot of options for myself, so I can test out a lot of things. It'll be interesting to see how you build the army as well, whether like the battle line ifs are dependent on cities, or because obviously like my Scourge Privateer army like probably won't be able to run exactly the same as it can now, unless they are battle line if for something for an allegiance in the free cities. So That's going to be an interesting thing. Something else on my paint list, I'm painting up Demigryph Knights, and this bad boy is going to get painted up, finished up soon. Lord Aquila. I've got some Demigryph Knights that are almost finished. They need a bit of dry brushing and some touch-ups, and they're done. Got 7 of them, 6 in a unit. I've got the Veritans one in there as well, so they're on the paint list and soon to be done. Yeah, oh, yeah, Hallowheart was cool. Unfortunately, the army I used to run with Hallowheart doesn't exist anymore. I used to run, I ran at a couple of events, Eldritch Council with Hallowheart. Actually quite decently defensively, more magically defensively able as an army, because the Archmages received a natural +1 to Dispel. And then Hallowheart gave them an additional +1 to Dispel. Yeah, I used to, but for my privateers, I used to run Anvil Guard. So, oh, nice. So, yeah, the Luminite. I forgot. Yeah, of course, the Luminites get one. I'm buying it as well. Yeah, so I was running that, and then running like mass endless spells, because the this was just when the endless spells came out. Just I ran them in an event, just a 1 day 3 game, 2,000 points. I went 1 and 2, so it wasn't particularly best showing, but I was in the games I lost, which was cool. For Eldritch Council, I didn't expect to do quite as well as I did with them, to be honest, but they were fun to play, and I'm glad I got to play them at an event before they went the way of the dodo. Yeah, +2 to Dispel, you don't realise how good +2 to Dispel is until you actually start doing it, and then all of a sudden, like, you're stopping spells from Nagash and stuff like that. I got to play, when I took the Eldritch Council and had the +2 to Dispel, I got to play against Nagash, like a Nagash Death List, Sylvaneth, and Zinch. The Zinch army is the one I beat. Eldritch Council used to be just Swordmaster's battle line. That was their battle line, so it was not a great battle line because there was no cheap chaff. So you're having to use small. Effectively, what I did was run 3 units of 10 Swordmasters, 1 large unit of Swordmasters that was like the Hammer, Drakeseer, Archmage and Dragon, Lawmaster, and 2 Archmages, and then a bunch of endless spells. Let's get some washes down. We'll do all the banner stuff last. So it's got the 2 dudes and introduce a Fugue and Orange. Yeah, this was before any of the activation wars, so all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it would fare in the current meta. It actually might not do too badly against Slanesh, because there isn't a lot of, like, you're having to get my heroes, and to get my heroes you have to go through the chaff. The chaff don't give out depravity, and I can also pick off their heroes without in the magic phase, in the hero phase, because I have lots of magic, and also the dragon shooting attacks would be really good at picking out heroes. And the drakes here on a good run could probably kill a keeper in a turn. Both dragons can probably kill a keeper in a turn. Archmage's like spell in itself is really good. What was? He doesn't exist anymore. None of the army does. The Archmage on Dragon spell was really good. It was like a 4-up cast, and it was automatically unbound all spells on a unit. Like all spell effects on a unit stopped existing. Yeah, well, actually was like a spell from one of the old magic laws, Drain Magic, and it was just, yeah, it was really good. And actually, yeah, I'm just sad those dragons are gone, because I have dragon got a lot of flack. And I don't know why. I really like the High Elf Dragon model, personally. I really like the sort of wormy dragon models. Maybe it's just showing my age a bit. But yeah, I thought they were really nice, the wormy dragon models. Yeah, the wormy dragons, they really were cool models, and I really liked them. Now I guess I'll just use them as sorceress on black dragons and dreadlords on dragons. So I own three of them, one dragon lord, one archmage, and one Drakeseer. So we'll just use them as counts as. I did a video, bunch of counts as like I did a video on the free cities on the narrative show, and we talked about like counts as, but I'm probably going to do a video entirely on a like counts as, this is what you can use it as in the free cities when the book is released. At which point Warhammer community should have something going up soon, so you never know, might get surprised, might get some free city news. But yeah, so get these washers down. And then we'll probably just go back and start working on the banners actually. Banners, they're going to be a nice bright green. We've got a little bit of flesh to do on some of those. Well, they've mentioned that the battle tome will they've looked at a lot of war scrolls in the battle tome, and they've brought them up to date with 2.0. So I reckon the army will be better off. I don't think many of the armies will work. So what do we know? We know that they've worked on updating every war scroll to fit 2.0. So every war scroll has been thought about being touched. They haven't said every war scroll has been touched, but they've been brought into lines because some of the war scrolls worked in 2.0 already. So I expect that to mean as well as many good as bad things. First of all, and like the bad being like there will be things like Holy Within and stuff like that. And we already sort of saw that with like the free guild, the readjusted free guild rules and Dark and Coven rules in the GHB, so it's already sort of that going that way. However, I think we'll see natural sixes come to some of the war scrolls, so things like Executioners will be natural sixes, which is only a good thing. So that's going to be good and bad, but yeah, we know things have been touched, so which is always good. But on like whether or not we'll get a power creep, I don't think we're going to be a massive top tier army. However, I think we're going to be a meta breaker. I think against some of the top tier armies, the army will do really well because it's going to be. I think it's going to be really good at shooting. So I think against things like Skaven and Slanesh, we're actually going to do really well. But where we might not do well is against other other fat middle armies. So yeah, I think we're in quite an interesting spot. We're going to be a strong army. We're not going to be like OP broken like some. I mean, if we are, who cares? I've played these crummy armies for long enough, and it's my time to shine in the sun. Me and my co-host on the narrative show are quite worried. What changed for Free Guild in the GHB is there was a lot more Holy Vin bubbles and a lot more Holy Vin restrictions across their abilities from the previous one. There were some that were just within and now wholly within. Everything's sort of brought up to date. And Dark and Coblin's got the same thing. No, they increase it. So generally, so you could say like if an ability was like within 6 inch before, it's generally like wholly within 12 or 18 now. For things that have changed across the edition. Hey Charles, thank you very much. They're getting there, man. It should hopefully be done tonight, or if not, very close to done. Just might not get the bases done tonight. What's everyone else? What are you all working on? It's been an odd time for a stream for me, but I got some time, so why not come and paint with you lovely lads? Okay, that. Oh, there's another wash I need to put on. It's the Drakenhof. I need to put a wash of Drakenhof on the blue that I've done. So the blue that I'm doing for the army is straight up Ultramarines blue. Stolen, like the scheme and everything stolen. Yeah, you won't get nerfed. Like you won't be like 6 inch wholly within bubble. Like there are some things that are 6 inch wholly within, but nothing like that. Generally, when rules like that get changed, you get like the range gets adjusted to meet the ability. I am slowly putting together all my narrative for the free city as well. My free city of Hallowforge. No worries. Thank you for joining me, Max. I will chat to you soon, hopefully some other time. Have a good night. Or day. I believe it's daytime over there at the moment. No, I'm not using contrast paint at all. I'm using Elysian Green, one of the base ranges. Contrast, just, it's not me. I don't mind some of them, but yeah, it's not my thing. I like some of them, but yeah. My big ones for contrast are black, white, and flesh. But even then, like flesh is different because I like painting lots of different flesh tones. So one of my big things over the past couple of months has been past year has been working on learning how to do different flesh tones. I've got a couple down pat now. I've got quite a good dark skin colour. But what I mean, like an African skin colour. a black. Yeah, the white and black I think are the biggest game changers. Being able to get a flat white and a flat black is like easy. Well, more a flat white and a highlighted black easy is game changing. They're the two big ones for me. The rest, I generally take my models to a higher standard than what contrast would just by itself, and I don't feel it speeds up my painting time at all. Yeah, skin is one of those things. Like I've working on getting different tones down, and what I really want to do is start to learn a bit more about skin, because like natural skin tone, for instance, I've done like some reading on it, is like actually green undertoned. It's weird. But skin is actually green undertoned, and so it's building up skin using greens. Cheers, mate. I will catch you soon. Have a good one, Charles. I will be done soon, hopefully. Oh, I missed this dude's shirt, so I'll pop you there. So. Alright, missed the goddamn shirt on this dude. Got the tiniest bit of cloth showing through on their armour. And so we'll just apply a base coat of McCrag blue to this, and once that's dry we'll come back and we'll do a wash of Drakenhof Nightshade before layering up with Outdorf Guard blue and a highlight of Cowguard blue. Now we're gonna get doing the leather, so the saddle and just a little bit of leather underneath and a few of the little straps on the dudes here. And so for the base coat of this, we're going to use dried bark. I do a nice clean leather colour, so it's dried bark with a Drucci violet wash and then a highlight of Gorthor brown, and that's it. And gives a really nice clean sort of leather. Just got to neatly get it picked out. Probably the hardest bit to do, thanks to the riders being glued down when I got them, but we will make it work. back and quickly apply this wash here. Just such a intricate little bit now. Just sorry for the silence. Just slowly get there. Is just such a But yeah, so slowly getting through this stage. This is, so I'm going to slow down my progress a bit. Completely forgot I'd have to do this. Alright. Right, well, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to finish these by myself. Thank you all for joining me. I'll catch you all again real soon.